Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the very first webinar this year. And I will make Emil Somek, CEO of SolidCAM, the presenter. Emil, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so you can basically share your screen.
Okay, I share my screen. How do I do that? Let's see. Share my screen. Usually I get from the webinar the message to share my screen. I'm not getting.
Yeah, let me try to do it from here. Okay, you are presenter now.
Okay, show my screen. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Okay, hello everybody. Nice to have you with us in the first webinar of this year, and it's definitely a very important webinar. Will be given by Daniel about switch type posts, and you know the emphasis we're putting on this area and this year, so enjoy it. Just wanted to give another announcement before we start. As we promised, SolidCAM 2021 SP0 will be released today, one day before the date of January 15, so we made it. Just I want to say a few words about this new version. I could say that SolidCAM 2021 is our best version ever. It's true, every new version is better than the one before, but this one really, we have been working on it for such a long time, nearly 3 years, and so it basically has a ton of new functionality. In the What's New presentation that you will receive, there is about 117 slides, so you could imagine how much new functionality we have in this version. As you know, this version has a powerful new tool table, which is especially important for mill turn and switch type customers. It also provides additional advanced functionality in all modules, 2.5D milling, HSR, HSM, simultaneous 5-axis mill turn, and switch type. Another very important thing, it's also a very stable version in its SP0 release. I know that in the past, people used to wait until SP1 or SP2 to give it to customers because they were worried about the stability. I could assure you that we have been performing QA on this version for almost 2 years, and it's quite stable. So after you get familiar with it and check it, please give us your permission as our reseller to open it to also to customers. So it's for us so important that this version gets into the hands of customers as quickly as possible, especially people who have valid subscription, and also to encourage people not on subscription by showing them the functionality that this version has. We are going to make a series of webinars, about 7 or 8 webinars to explain the new functionality in this version 2021, and I hope customers will be seeing this, we'll be inviting them to see this new functionality, and then maybe they will think, wow, we need to get this version, and we will make subscription. So enjoy the version. You'll be able to download it either tonight or tomorrow and use the What's New to look what's new there. It has the What's New has a lot of slides, and not only slides, many of the slides have a YouTube video to explain this specific functionality of this slide. So we really you have a lot of thing to study in this What's New. Also the new tool table, we have explained, we have it with several videos. Let me show you how many videos we have on the new tool table to explain it to you. So you have here getting started with all these videos to explain the new functionality of the new tool table. Let's look at, for example, at one of them. These were all prepared by John D'Amico, our documentation manager, and really, by watching them, you could get a very good idea about the new functionality. So basically, enjoy, and Daniel, take over.
All right, thank you, Emil. Okay, let me make myself a presenter now. All right. All right, I just wanted to make sure that everybody can see my screen. All right, perfect. So I would just like in the very beginning to mention a few things here in addition to what Emil already said. And first of all, we'll have a virtual summit here in April 6 to 7. And you can go to SolidCAM.com, and the very first thing what you will able to do to see is this summit, and basically can go to view the conference agenda. You can all join. So it will be very exciting summit for sure. The next thing I want to mention also, we add some new things in on our website. Here you will be able to see advanced military and Swiss type machining page. You have the brochure and also a lot of videos, you know. So I think it's also good to emphasize about that. The next thing that it's also very important is let me go to the webinar itself. Okay, so as this webinar is about the Swiss type and posts, I would like to emphasize on the all videos that we have already recorded. Okay, and many of you actually don't know where they're located. I'll just go, you know, for the reseller, you can go to the reseller area over here, or for all others, you can go to the webinars, and here we have webinar recording, and also this one will be available over here, so you'll be able to see latest webinars here, and we have a lot about this. We also recently did from do good to great military and post processors, and there's a 5 parts about it, how to adjust the post. I think most of you will be very excited to see these ones as well. And for all others, I'll just now copy and paste, you know, all important webinars, starting from fundamentals of the Swiss type. This, I think it's very important to understand the base of these machines, you know, and all the way through the real, you know, part programming. So we programmed the part from the scratch and showing it how to program it on real example of the machine, you know, for the machine that we actually really tested. So I just put all this, you know, send it to all, so you can see it in the chat area on the GoToMeeting. You will see all the links. All right, now something new here. We just released it recently. It's SolidCAM. It's forum.solidcam.com, our brand new forum, which we decided to make something, you know, unique for everybody, where all of you who wants to see what's new, to check particular topics, you know, you can go over here. You'll see here there's a directories, you know, you can go, you can register. It's completely free. You can go there. For example, there's a lot of about the summit. There's a Swiss type solution over here. Many success over here already, as you can see. What is very exciting, there's also SolidCAM 2021. So here we'll put a lot of things. And once what I see here, something very exciting that I want to share with all of you here. The G-code generation time has been improved for nearly 14 times faster. So here you can see some of the results. So like G-code generation in the past for this job over here took like 43 minutes. And today with SolidCAM 2021, it's only 3 minutes. So it's 39 or 40 minutes time difference in total. And of course, here you can leave the messages, you know, talk about it, discuss. And I think this is really nice place where we can all share our knowledge or success stories about different topics. Let's see next. All Okay, yeah, very important thing. It's about also the SolidCAM iMachining and also SolidCAM Professor channels. What I would like to say about this is that Emil already showed you the presentation, yes? But for all customers, I'm recommending you to subscribe and to also, to put that you want to take all the videos, within the next couple of months, because we will daily upload what's new in SolidCAM. So all those videos you will be able to find in these channels, and make sure you get them, because we will send to you on daily basis. Yeah, let me try. Just give me a second. Okay, so now let's go back to the topic. Yeah, the topic is handling the Swiss type post processor. Now, before I go, on the things like how we are actually doing them, I'd just like to say a few words about the database itself. So I'll just go to the Salesforce database, and here we have the general post here, and all the posts that are on the database, they are located also on the general post here, and all that have basically the ST with the underscore. You can just go to all of them. I'll just fairly quickly go here. And what is here is just give me a second, guys. We have small technical problems. Okay, just give me a second. I'll just mute myself for a moment. Okay, I hope you can hear me now. Hey, hey. Yeah. Can anybody just, okay, yeah, you can hear me probably. So if some of you cannot hear me, just let me know, okay, in the chat area. So sorry about this. So there are some technical issues in the neighbors, and we cannot do anything about it. Okay, so if you will hear anything, in the background, so sorry about this. Okay, so let me just go. Just give me a second. Sorry about these issues. Okay. Okay, so what I've said here is about the database itself, and over here on the right side, you can basically get all the information about this particular machine. And of course, you can also download the project that is located here at the bottom itself. Now I will just go through it. Just you can see all the ones that we have just uploaded recently. Okay, so they have all, you know, the machine brand, the machine model, what is the controller itself. They all come okay with the CAM parts, so you can just use them, download them, and basically you can use it for demonstration. You know, they are 100% working parts on the machine itself. And I'm just going through some of them. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to show you is the Excel sheet that we have prepared, like globally to it's our Swiss type post-processor library of all machines. And probably all of you already get it. Okay, so if you're seeing this for the very first time, what I would like to talk about in when you see this document, it's about, you know, the post-processor support in this area over here. So we have a lot of from the start itself. We have a lot of from the citizens. Okay, I will also mention here the M32. I would say one of the most advanced here, also together with the D25. Also, we do have the Tornos, Tsugami, Hangwa, and a lot of more. Yes. Now you could probably see that here there's like the post actually supports from 75 to 95%. There are also a lot from there are also like 100%, and so you just need to understand that each machine can be different, you know, at each customer. For example, just like a bar feeder, at each customer you will basically have different bar feeder program, and modifications of such a program has to be, you know, also adjusted inside the post processor. Okay, so for each post, expect that you will need to modify something, you know, to adjust for the customer needs. Okay, so let's talk about yeah, how we are actually developing the post processors. So let me just go to a particular case here. Let me go to the image. Okay, so what are the necessary things, you know, in order to develop the post processor? Okay, so there are two different cases, like before the COVID. Now, you know, talk to you how we handled the Swiss type post processor before the COVID and during the COVID situation. Okay, I would say there are not, you know, in general, there's no many differences between both of these periods. Okay, what you have done in the before the COVID, you also need to do it also today. And I'll just mention the few things what you need to have. So before developing post processor, definitely for each machine, you need to have a programming manual. This is very important. Then there should be a G-code examples, some photos from the machine itself, and the 3D models in the case of if you want to if your customer wants to get machine simulation with it. Okay, so over here I will just show you one of one folder that I have here I prepared, and I'll just want to show you one of the machine. This machine, it's very popular. I actually like it. It's one of our first projects with the SB20R, and I'll just go through all the things what we have done there in order to make a 3D models for the machine. Okay, now here I have also a folder which consists of everything actually what you need to have before you actually even start handling Swiss type post processors. Okay, so first of all, I said you need to have a programming manual. Okay, so without a programming manual, it will be pretty hard, you know, to develop a post processor. Now, of course, there are so many. We already have a big team, okay, and we already have a huge experience. So for most of the machines, even with G-code example, we can also develop a post processor. But in general, we didn't found yet so the case that there is no really the programming manual. So in the most of the cases, the programming manual will be there for you to program this machine. So the very first, as I said, is a programming manual itself. The next thing is what is very important that I would like also to emphasize here is the G-code example. Now, usually there is what you need together with the G-code. It's also the part that actually will be machined. Let me try to rotate this one. Rotate right. So over here, it is a part. Also, of course, I have also the drawing, and these are all the tools that are used, to machine this, to machine such a part. Now, if you have only a G code without the drawing, it will be, of course, harder to analyze the code. But the main reason why actually you need the G code example, it's of course because of the post-processor development, but it's also to understand the style of the operator who is actually manually programmed this machine. Okay, so it is very important that you satisfy also the G-code format of the operator itself. Now, this is a little bit from the experience, and I would like to talk about this as well, is that I met many cases where the operators itself, they learned to make a part in a, let's say, I would not say it's a wrong way, but it's a different way and not according to the programming manual, which will later on, once they try to apply, the CAM solution, it will be harder for them to do it and to follow the same format what he followed so far. Of course, he produced the pods, but there are so many different ways, to make a pod. Yes. So in many cases, it's very important that you have an experienced person for the Swiss, and to handle one Swiss type post-processor case, it really depends, on the operator itself. If you have a very high-end experienced operator, most likely, that the information that you will get it from this person, it will be viable for you to make a post. Of course, there's a different sources how you can get information in order to make a post. Okay. So as I said, the operator on the machine is very, very important. Here I have just one example of the G code. Analyzing the G code, you can understand what are the codes and so on, and you can, of course, together with the programming manual, you can map all those things, in order to build a post. All right, let's go back to the pictures from the machine. This is also very important to get the pictures from the machine. Now, it depends from machine builder to machine builder. Let's say from the Star and from the Citizen. There are different details that I would like to expect from the Swiss type post, for example, when I'm building the Swiss type post. So for example, here, I will talk about the Citizen itself, and this is what I actually get as a feedback. By the way, all what you see here, this project of the Citizen SIMCOM is completely handled online. So it means that this whole project was completely done, online. Okay, so back to the pictures. The very first picture, what I would like to see, is this plate over here. Now, for all of you who already watched some of our previous webinars, I talk a lot about machine configurations for the Swiss type machines, and they can come with different axis configurations, and they can come with also different holder configurations. So if you're having here this plate, this model will actually tell you what is the axis configuration, okay, how many axes this machine actually has. So this is very, very, very important. The next thing is the holder configuration. Okay, so many customers don't change actually the holders, okay, cells. Once they set up the holder in Swiss, they don't actually change it. But there are the examples when you actually do change, they do change actually this. But before I go into this, I would like to show you more pictures. And this is just like internal, just to have an overview, what kind of images I'm expecting. And this helps me a lot in order to understand how many tools are on gang tool post, how much on radial, what kind of holder they're using here, you know, what is on the back tool post, and so on and so on. The pictures gave me a lot of information about this. Now, sometimes it's not easy to get, you know, exactly what is the holder, because, you know, the holder name itself is very important, like those numbers over here. If the camera is not that good, you know, maybe you will miss those informations which are crucial for developing it, yes. But therefore, there are, for Citizen, it is very specific that you have something that it's called machining data page. I'll just open this. Okay, first of all, don't be confused about this. This is Japanese letters. It is not important what you see it over here. As you can see, the machining data has 2 pages. So this is the number 1, this is number 2, and this is the second page over here. So what I'm showing you here right now, that with this page and with this picture, I can actually know what is the current holder configuration that customer can use. So don't get confused with all those numbers, okay? I don't know what those numbers are until you copy the holder name, and basically you search for that in the manual. And just by this, you will be able to understand what is the real holder configuration of the machine. So once I have the programming manual, and once I have the G-code example, and I know what is the real model of the machine, I start building, you know, the GPP and VMID, or let's call it the post processor. Now, we're coming to a very important conclusion, like, would customer like to have the machine simulation or not? So is it like, does it have the license for the machine simulation or not? Now, there are not many customers that actually doesn't have the machine simulation. So in most of the cases, I would say 95% of the cases for the Swiss type machines, they all like to have the machine simulation to verify the toolpath, to visually see the holders, you know, and all the stuff. But in the case when they don't want, the customer is pretty confident with programming, you know, he wants fat, the G code, you know, we also provide this. So in that case, we are not building a machine simulation. Now, talking a little bit about the machine simulation, it is pretty hard, you know, to get the 3D models from the machine manufacturers like Citizen, like Star. You know, I'll not mention all the names, but getting the 3D models are sometimes hard, and in many cases not possible because they don't exist. In the case when you will get like 3D model in like 3 or 4 months, and you are now on the customer side, so what you're going to do, you will build your own 3D models. Now, don't be frustrated. Maybe even though if this looks very complicated, there are many drawings in the programming manual, so you can basically design many of these elements by yourself. And over here, I just showed you this image before. This is one of the projects that we have done, and this is the Star SB20R Type G. I would say it's very nice and popular machine, not high-end complicated, right? But we get guaranteed that we'll get the 3D models within 3 months. But we actually wanted to make a 3D models, you know, right now. So it wasn't that hard to get, you know, all the main dimensions, like the real one from the programming manuals, okay? And the ones that we were not able to get, you know, we just measure it right on the machine, okay? So for some of the parts that are not mentioned in the drawings and the manual, you can just, you know, easily measure it and just build it, okay? Now, I would always recommend to not design the 3D model of the Swiss, you know, especially if there are the 3D models available, okay? I will always recommend to take the original ones, okay? But in some circumstances, you know, we also take this like extra service, you know, that we have done. Let's say this project was like 2 years ago, and I like it. And basically, the results, what you can see here, it's very fast machine simulation, because all the 3D models that you can see here, even though that there are many details, the size of this, you know, machine simulation is just like 2 megabytes, okay? So it's nothing nothing complex, and it's very extremely fast machine simulation. Let me go over here. And this is just the results, couple of images over here. And yeah, now I said something about the holder configurations. Okay, so over here for this specific machine, you can see this. Maybe it's too small for you, but I will try to zoom in here. It's like OM155. So this is a start. So this is just a number. You don't need really to know what it is. Just if you try to search this in program manual, you will be able to find this one, and it has clear explanation of what tools you actually can call with this holder and what you actually can perform. Is it like turning, drilling, milling, all the holder capabilities. Now, why I'm saying you this right now? Tomorrow we will release, the SolidCAM 2021, together with the new tool table. In the versions of 2020 and below, for each of those tires, we define, the specific turret itself. Now, the biggest improvements what we have done in 2021, we allowed user to make any holder they want. So you don't need to have specific holder mounted in your machine, but you can attach any holder, any imported holder, not only the holder, but also the cutters, the inserts. You can import everything. We are not anymore holder dependent, or let's say locked, or I don't know what words other to use. So basically, these are switchable on this machine, and we can easily switch it over. I'll try in the software demonstration to show you how this actually looks in 2021 for the first time officially. Okay, one more detail. So I showed you how the post was developed. So we successfully test the post. But what you can see here, which is very important, is that once you bring your post to up to 90% from the office, it is important that you go to the customer site prepared. These Swiss type machines, they are running 24/7. Okay, so it is critical to understand that the post must be bring to the level where you can go there and you make some testings. Okay, so over here, so what this means to all of you, so it means that you need to visit your customer at least once for the machine trial. Okay, it is not only about to test the post processor. Okay, but this is like a confidence that we can support this, that we can do it, that I'm the right address, to help you with, and if you have any problems with a code that you're receiving from SolidCAM, just let us know and we will modify on site. Okay, so this is what I also another images of the success. I like these guys. I just wanted to share also this with you, and this is like other examples of the projects that we also done it. I'll just pretty fast just scroll it here. Okay, let's go to oh yeah, so I want to share you also something. We won the deal, 3 deals of Swiss type in UK, and the reason why we get the deal is because of 2 reasons. The first reason is, yeah, by the way, small detail that I mentioned, all those is actually projects were done in 2021. So it's extremely good solution in Swiss type. Today, we can say we are the #1 of Swiss type, integrated in SolidWorks. Okay. We have unlimited number of channels we can support. We have great channel synchronization that has all capabilities to synchronize. There are no limits there. We have extreme good clash control that will guide the user towards the solution. We support all various superimposition stuff. So this is all on the one hand, But on another hand, it is very important for all of you to know that you need, in order to develop a post, you need to have at least one expert who will handle this job. Now, of course, you will say, okay, but we cannot find, easily the Swiss type experts. So this is true. So it is not easy to find a Swiss type expert, these days. This is very important because, any of the of the customer will not let his Swiss type expert, out from the machine. So this is extremely hard. Okay, but what I can suggest you is, to find a person who has experience with multi-channel machines. If you have an experienced guy in multi-channel machines, understanding the Swiss type would not be that big transition, to be honest. So just watch our videos on YouTube that I just share with you, and I'm sure that this guy will be, in a couple of months, it will be able to make and support any Swiss type project. Okay, so I would like now to spend a few more minutes with the what's new sneak peek. So what you can see, guys, over here. Let me close this over here. Okay, so this is SolidCAM 2021. If you can see, nothing big change in over here. Everything, it looks pretty much the same. But I will not show you all the things, guys. Okay, so I'll just show you, I would say, one of my favorites. Not too much, I'm inviting you to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the videos, one by one. And just I'll pick, one of my favorites for the Swiss type and military in general. Okay. So first we have a new toolkit. It's a completely new tool table. Okay, I'll just roughly show you how it looks like, guys. Okay, many things you will find here pretty much similar with the old tool table. Okay, there is the machine preview, there is same tool topologies and stuff. Okay, but the true benefit is actually hidden behind the scenes. Okay, we can support multi-cutting points, so this is like something that you will definitely see it as a completely new. For each tool, we can support multiple cutting points, and you can basically use any of these. And what I wanted to show you, okay, this is a new tool table. I'll come back to this topic later. But one small detail here for all of channel synchronization, multi-channel people who actually had the machine with axis pattern, is that if you go to the channel synchronization today, what you will be able to see, this is the citizen itself, okay, and it's a very specific one, as it has for each label you can distinguish, in each axis pattern you would like to do, and it also filters out which axis pattern can be used. Now, this improvements was very nice in 2018, if I'm not wrong, and this was extremely good for all Swiss type machines. But what we found, like bottleneck, is that you cannot see the current axis pattern until you do a right click. So if you do a right click, you will see which one it is used. And over here, 650. You don't need to know exactly what is the 650. This is not my point. But what is improved? It's a small detail, but that you have this axis pattern here in the label. I really like it. It helps visually, to you what axis pattern is used. For most of the machines who support the axis patterns, this is a critical point, because you can actually see it. If you maybe miss something, you will have to change it. In most of the cases, SolidCAM do everything automatically, but there are machines where you can actually have more than one axis pattern solution, and for those cases, it is very important that you can actually see this label over here. Yes. What I also liked here, let's go back to the tool table itself. And for all of you who experience the STL holders here, and I'll just zoom in here. So this is the Swiss type machine over here, L20 to M8. And I would like just to talk about these tools over here. Now here we have three long drill tools. Yes, and as you can see, they are on different length. Yes, so the outside holder length is differently calculated. You know, and I want to show you one image before actually I start to modify anything here. Where it is. What is the best image? Yeah, I think this one will be the best one. Okay, so what you can see here and here, it's quite something similar. Okay, now what was really frustrated to do in previous versions is that if you want to mount this holder on, for example, on the linear turret, if you want to extend it as you can see it over here, for each extension, a different length extension, you need to, you know, basically new STL holder. So how we do support it today? As you can see, this is very important to be online here. So like it must be like 80 from this face to here. It doesn't have to be exactly, okay? You can pick, the customers usually pick, they have the distancer. But these three tools, usually they are aligned. Now, how to do this in current tool table? First, what I'm showing you, let me just minimize this a little bit. All right, so what I have here is all the tool table that you can see here. And I like to use also the advanced view. Now, advanced view is nothing so special, okay? I liked it because it can show you each of the station and it can highlight the station over here, as you can see it. But I like it because I can go pretty fast to the tool 10, 21, 22, 23, and I can be focused on this ones here. And the one that I'm interested in is 21. So no, 21, it's 23, sorry. And if I want to change something, I can just freely go to the holder itself. I can change the position of where it is mounted. So as you can see, everything is very dynamic. So if I want to follow up the image that I've seen earlier, I'll just do something like this. And what is so nice about it is that I don't know what should be the length here, but I can go to the tapping here, and here I can see real outside holder length all the time. Of course, I can also do the H length. I can really see what is the real value from this point. But I can also, you know, just scroll down over here, scroll up, sorry, then just go to the value. Yeah, as you can see, this is also improved. Like in every parameter, everything can be scrolled up and down, you know, and so on and so on. So this is the first thing what I like, and everything is very dynamic. So this is the first thing that it's so nice that we basically, what is the main point? We put the structure into tools or holders. So we can have all these joints, you know, everything is very connected. So you can have whole manipulation of where your tools are. Let me show you another example that I like about the holders. So here I have one very specific one. And just for information, to call this tool, you have this specific turret here, which tool call is like 11, 12, and 13, as you can see here. Now, to call these tools, in the past, what you need to do too is to create basically two STL holders, where one will have the, let's say, the mounting point over here. And then for each one, you will have to select again and make a mounting point over here. But not today in SolidCAM 2021. Let me go to this one. So 13, let me show you guys here. So I have one holder, but I have two joints. So I have the joint number 13. Oh, let me go like this. Let me open the different view so you can actually better understand it, what I'm talking about. So for each holder, I can create something that we call the joint, but it's like a mounting point of the tool. And I can rotate it or orientate it as ever I want. I can add a joint and so on and so on. This allows me to just, you know, go to the specific tool and I can say where that will be. I can change it. I think this is so nice. You don't need to have like two holders, two tools or something, you know, everything is connected to the one holder, the real one holder, you know, that is located in the library. When we're talking about all this library stuff, you know, this is also something new that you hear today, and we'll talk about this in upcoming webinars as well. Okay, what is also something nice that I want to show you? So small improvements, but I really like it to show. So here we have the tool number 13, and all this assembly is located on tool number 13. It was so big amount of time necessary to move all of these things, to tool number 12. So today it's just like drag and drop here, and just in like blink of your eye, every tool is actually located over here. All right, so these are small things, and what I actually next thing that I would like to show you is also something very impressive. One of the top priorities, let's say, in of the requests was to support very small tools, cutting the turning tools in. And today I'll just show you some of these, but over here what I do have is the back tool post here. And these are the tools like 31, 32, 33, and 34. Now, I would like to mount here some of the turning tools, okay, just for example. And to do such a thing, I would just go to the library. I already prepared something, so let me try to, where I did store it. To components, maybe? Yes. So what I would like to do, I would like to mount on this, position. I would like to attach it, STL holders, but for the first time, an STL insert. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think it's this is the one. So let me go like this. It is over here. Let me, and the cutter itself as well. But it is not in the right spot. I'll need to now adjust it. Let me try to do it now lively. I think I rotated around, around the Z, like this, and maybe I can, just adjust it like this. For example, I can go to the insert itself and I can rotate it to something like this, and maybe I think actually I can put this to 0. And like this. I'm saying it roughly, and of course 180 here and minus 45. I'm just playing a little bit. Okay, so what you can see about this, what is so nice, is that both, not only the shaft itself, shank itself, but also the insert is the STL. So you have tons of possibilities to create your own inserts, okay, and import it in new tool table. I'll just click over here just to show you. I can go to the topology, quick, where it is. Oh yeah, cutting point, measuring. I can go over here. I can say what is the cutting point. Let me just rotate it over here, say where it is. If it's not this one, I can go to this one. This is exactly the one that I want. And that's it. Now, what is good about this is that, okay, so let me go to the machine preview. And this is my favorite. So for example, I would like to replace the tool number 34 with tool number 31. So in the past, it was like, okay, you mount this to like storage, and then you move this one, and then the one from the storage, you move to the T34. So today, how you can do it is just like do a right click here and what you want to do. And I would like to switch it with 31. Here you go. So this is the way how you can actually do it today. And the last example that I prepared for today is the also custom insert. But at this moment, it's about the cutoff, okay? So let me go to the cutoff tool here, and I prepare also something. So here we have the cutoff, and insert. As you can see, this is pretty complex geometry. Now, what I liked here, it was also very important, nice feature request, is that we can support also the inserts, the groove, which has this angle here. And of course, here there's this round here. You can put any, basically, guys, so any insert you can use in new tool table. This was basically it. I just showed a little bit about the sneak peek in 2021. I have now a lot of questions. Let me just go over here. Okay, a lot of, is it possible to? Yeah, okay, so is it possible to manage the micro turning tools? Exactly. So with all this, what I've shown you, you can create any turning tools, any shape, any small ones, and just, just use it, guys. Okay, we'll show you in a couple of videos how to import it, how to use it, everything will be also well explained. Okay, there's another questions. Okay, you can hear me, that's good. I think that's all questions for now. Okay, just don't forget, that you have all the videos about the programming of the Swiss type, all the one that are located in the chat area. I'm really recommending you to watch this one. I wish you a very happy 2021. Okay, and enjoy to upcoming version that will be released tomorrow. Thank you guys and have a good day.